The gaming industry is kind of dead right now.
Okay, so this is... Oh, okay, hold on. I think I need to stretch my jaw before this. I have a lot of yelling I'm going to be doing probably right now. I'm going to start with this. I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. I have Nintendo tattoos all over my body, from Super Nintendo to actual Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch, for those of you about to say you hate Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch tattoos on my body. I love it. I have still yet to find one person, and I posted it on my YouTube where there's hundreds of responses. I cannot call the Switch 2 a new console. It's a Pro model. It's a Switch Pro.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, it's just a glorified iPad upgrade.
It's an upgrade. It's great. Let me say this. I love the Switch. Will I be buying a Switch 2? Absolutely. I freaking love it. I want it so bad. But it's a Switch Pro. And so many people in the comments, I'll call you people out. I'll read your names. They were like, where were you when the Wii U? And I'm like, because my big thing is Nintendo's always been innovative. Whether it fails or not, it's been innovative. The only time I wouldn't say it was like a crazy big change was like NES to Super Nintendo, right? It was a glorified graphics, but at least we got a new console design. Then we had an N64, 4-player ports, and we had a GameCube where it's a whole different look. It's a square. It looks weird. It's funky. Then we go on to the Wii. Oh my gosh, motion controls. The Wii U, holy crap, they're putting tablets now on the screens. The Switch, oh my gosh, it's a tablet and a console. And now Nintendo has said it's a new console, and they're just giving us a little bit bigger upgrade. It's a Switch Pro.
Wii U's been trashed.
It feels like the Switch U
Yes.
all over again.
I love it. I'll buy it.
I'm
But I
gonna
just
buy
don't
it.
like calling it a console.
I'm gonna buy it day one, but I was not excited.
I'm going to read the comments while you guys talk and see if I can find someone.
Why do you think they went that way? Why?
I think they went safe. Yeah.
Play safe.
Safe?
Most
Yeah.
people said if it's not broken, don't fix it in the comments. And I get it. I'm a Nintendo
I don't
fanboy.
agree with that.
But I think Nintendo fanboys, myself included, once in a while have to pull the glasses down a little and go, oh,
So what did you guys just say you're going to do on day one?
buy it.
I'm gonna buy it day one.
No, I'm not buying
Mic
a day
dropped.
one.
You
Yeah,
guys
no.
are still
what?
going to buy it,
Of
even
course.
though it's not super innovative.
Well,
Of course.
What else does Nintendo need?
No, well,
Everybody's still going to buy the dang thing.
Of course, but it's not a new console.
No, but
we're
Rift
buying
is-
a Switch Pro, all of us.
Rift is different.
They
when
paid
buying-
back to it.
It's an upgrade.
What would you have liked?
Something, it's Nintendo. That's my point.
I
When
think-
has Nintendo ever dropped a console where you knew they were going to do what they did?
Never. They've always been like, I've always
That's
been like,
I
what the
wanted.
heck is this?
Every Nintendo console reveal, I'm like this. Oh shoot! Yeah. Oh whoa! What the heck is that? Instead, I was like,
2.
oh.
Well, what I
He's
didn't
mad.
like.
What do you have to say? You're mad.
All right. I think it's a missed opportunity here for Nintendo. Check this out. Xbox sadly is going down. PS5 screwed up. So why Nintendo doesn't say like, all right, let's kick these guys, behind and put a more powerful console.
I'm sure it will be.
Well, it's gonna be more powerful than the Switch, but not like the PS5.
Before we go on,
Uh-huh.
I must say, of course, yes. Thank you, Nintendo, for keeping cartridge alive.
Oh,
I will
yeah.
say that
That's a
for
good
game
point.
stores.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I was just happy. And when it came out, the first thing I said was, "Oh, it has cartridges and it's still physical. Win."
Yeah.
I was happy.
Okay.
with it.
Yep.
So
My
Didn't
store
matter.
could still survive.
Well, we sell more Switch games than anything. I mean, Switch is the
Yeah,
best-selling, hottest thing we have.
Keep going. Go ahead.
I know it's gonna be comments saying like, it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay. Yeah, I know, but there's people like me that like graphics, right? So I think it's a missed opportunity for Nintendo. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
What I didn't
But
like
you don't
is
know
they-
how powerful it's going to be yet. though.
I know.
No, the performance
know.
wasn't for me. It was more of like
You
they
know,
got
I
rid
know.
of the colors. Like they got rid of everything.
Well,
that
they'll give that. They'll
No,
give colors.
But I'm
but-
saying, like, it just felt like they were just like, all right, here is a giant screen. It looks like a PSP or a PS4 portal.
Would you have liked
it's
like,
like the DS to the 3DS
would
or
you
whatever.
Would you
Yes.
have liked like whole
Good
new
comparison.
cartridges too? Like that
Not
would have
even
been nice.
necessarily.
No?
I mean, I know this is
You
so
like the
cheap.
Switch little cartridges? You
Yeah.
wouldn't have liked something different
I mean,
looking?
You want a longer one, like Turbo Graphics?
I don't know, just because if you're going to make a
card?
whole new console, you should have a whole new
Well, I
cartridge,
do like that.
right?
Yeah, I
they're
kind of
the
agree
same.
on that one. I would have liked it.
The same
card.
port.
A different cartridge might have been
But
nice.
then you wouldn't be able to be backwards compatible as easy.
Unless,
The
unless
same
they-
exact cartridge? Do we know that?
I think
Chris just
so.
wanted it longer. That's what it sounds like. He just wanted it to be
Longer.
It's like an M.2 SD card.
So look,
Longer ones where you could put the Switch cartridge into it with an adapter too, so it's backwards compatible.
So look,
Yes.
I'm reading. There's over 200 comments on this post, and it is a lot of people comparing it, saying, "Oh, well, where were you complaining about the Wii U?" So we already talked about that. The Wii U was innovative, failure or not. It was completely, massively innovative.
Let me answer that one. When we was or you was when the Wii U came out, I was in Walmart buying day one.
Oh yeah, I was screaming. The Star Fox commercial was great. They had puppets, everything.
Their IPs haven't been bad. That's the thing.
No,
Like, that's what
Nintendo's
they-
perfect. But it is a lot of people saying, yes, they understand that it is what it is. But then it's them saying, well, yeah, it's like a slight upgrade, but it's Nintendo. They should have done this because to me, it just sounded like a lot of people just coping with what it is instead of being excited.
What is there left to innovate with, though?
But I'm saying at least give us a new console design. Something like PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. At least when you did it, everybody was talking about PlayStation 5. It's the gaming industry. I just don't want it to be stale. I don't want it to be safe.
Yeah,
I want it to be even the PlayStation 5. Ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's completely innovative the way it looks and the feel. And
Yeah,
everyone's
they
like,
tried to make it look sleek and all that stuff.
Whoa.
When you think about how big of a change it was just from the N64 to the GameCube, like it was just like a big difference between the
if you
consoles.
watch reaction videos for almost any console in history, it's filled with people screaming. Oh my gosh, whoa, 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 myself included. If you watch the Switch, it's either people just being like, oh, it's bigger. Oh, that's cool. And you could almost see them convincing themselves to hype it up because they're on YouTube and have to do something to make it look more interesting.
True, very true.
But I was like, and then people are like, well, it has the it looks like it might be a mouse. How innovative. I'm like, cool, just like the Super Nintendo did.
So see how people are, man? Like when the PS5 Pro, including myself,
Yeah.
they announced that, everybody was like, including myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you bought it right away.
Like the Switch too. Like
You
the Switch too.
been for like,
Day one.
Yeah.
Hey,
But go ahead.
Do you think that a Switch, because they're calling it Switch 2, which is the first time Nintendo has ever done that?
It's almost like Wii U.
You're going to go, but do you think they're going to go Switch 3, Switch 4, Switch 5, and where they don't change it at all, and it's almost like iPhones where they're just doing upgrades?
No, and that's
You know
my
what I mean?
fear, right? And that's my fear. And so many people are saying, "Well, what did you expect? Were you expecting some like Oasis level stuff?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's Nintendo. I want them to show me something where my mind is blown, which they've done through my whole life. To where I'm like, ever since I was of age, even when the Super Nintendo came out, it was more just of an upgrade, but at least it looked different. And I was at that age, I was younger, to where that stuff wasn't really in my head. It was just cool, it's new. But ever since I was like, a teenager and above, you can see and physically like understand what's happening. And with that, I just felt like it was just so meh. And it kills me to say that my least favorite reveal in history is from Nintendo, right? PlayStation, yeah, the PlayStation 2, 3, 4, it all kind of felt the same, but I wasn't a big PlayStation guy, so I never was expecting to scream.
How many years passed between the Switch and this announcement? Sorry, I didn't mean
like
to interrupt
7? It was in 2000.
7 years to come up
No,
with
8,
13.
a bigger screen and bigger Joy-Cons is insane.
Is it- has
And they'll
anybody-
probably drift.
Ben, have you looked at the specs on it? Is it way
There's
more
no
powerful?
specs. They haven't
So,
announced
I
anything.
think in April.
No,
April.
they're okay.
I
So
know the specs.
So they're-
Somebody
yeah.
spoil it to me.
Are they better? Is it way more powerful?
Before you can
I-
also check on Linus Tips. He actually goes in and there's a kind of a valid leak that he kind of goes
Yeah.
in. The performance is a lot better on the Switch 2, but like when he's breaking it down, he's like, it's just a bigger screen, but at least you're getting a better performance.
But here's the thing. Well, let's be honest. Nintendo can do magic with the games. Like, even if it's not that powerful.
Yeah,
they
it doesn't matter for Nintendo.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter. But that doesn't mean I would like a more powerful console to play third-party games over there. But
Yeah, we want more power. We want
you know
more of
what?
that.
In that same topic, let me ask you something. Especially you are all like me, but I think you are from. Do you remember your first new console announcement?
Like,
when you were a kid,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't really start paying attention. Of course, like I saw them, but I don't think I really like
When you was already a gamer.
Nintendo 64 would be my first like understanding of like, oh, a console announcement is a thing.
For me, it was Super NES.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Genesis.
I don't. Man,
Actually,
that's so
Genesis.
weird.
Mine
I don't
was
remember
GameCube.
any of them. Like I can't remember.
Yeah, mine was
the
Genesis.
launching of them. I just remember like playing it eventually. I don't remember being like,
and-
oh, I'm
and
so
here-
hyped for
here's
it.
the
Maybe
thing.
Nintendo. That was about it. I feel like.
Here's the thing. This announcement, it doesn't feel. I don't feel the hype.
I think because we would watch commercials and they would just be on replay for those type of things. So like, is it like a constant announcement? We don't like watch TV like that anymore. So the ads aren't like right in our face.
But we got YouTube. I mean, I remember when they announced the Switch, I was hyped.
So I
screaming.
I have a theory, guys. I have a theory. So I think that because of all these stupid accessory companies spoiling the surprise by putting out leaking information, I feel Nintendo had to show something. And that's why they don't. They're not showing the specs.
What if Nintendo pulled the ultimate trick?
I think there's more to it, guys.
And it's not it.
It's not it.
Also, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
That would be
How
awesome.
much more would you love them if they did
That would be awesome.
I'd be like, there's the Nintendo I remember being innovative and doing things different.
There's the mic drop.
I feel like
You're like,
I feel like
mic
in
drop,
some
we got you.
aspect is Nintendo does have to release some type of spec for third-party companies to be able to build games on it for it.
Well, I'm
You
sure
know what
they
I
all
mean?
know within the inner workings and NDAs and all that. But yeah, I mean, how sweet would it be if Nintendo drops something and it shows the Switch 2 and then the skins all fall off, blink, and then there's a new console
Another
behind
console.
Dang,
What if
that
there's
would be epic if they.
the handheld and there's like a dedicated home console. Also.
Oh, like two separate
yeah,
something.
and
Wii
that's
U?
the Super Switch.
I kind of would have liked that.
Switch.
When the Switch first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of it because it was the handheld
Right.
kind of thing. I remember thinking, oh, that's not going to work. But it's an amazing system.
How wrong
I know how
was.
wrong I was, but it would be awesome to have a home dedicated.
Heck yeah, man! I mean, for all us old timers that lived through that during the days.
Yeah.
But
For
are
sure.
you guys the mass consumer market for video games, though?
No, not necessarily, but
Okay,
Kind of.
young guy.
No, I'm just
Kind
saying.
of.
I'm just saying. Like, would you
I don't
work
know.
that?
you know what
towards
I'm going to
kids?
find out? I'm going to find out right now and ask what is the average age of someone who buys video games?
I don't know. A bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds talking about it right now.
Probably
Not
30
50
and
yet.
40-year-olds are up there.
Yeah, no, I'm up there for sure. But I don't know. I think for me, I wouldn't see it as innovative. You know what I
You
mean?
wouldn't have wanted a home console?
32 and 36. And I am in my 30s.
Not that I wouldn't want a home console, but I think if it was like just a stationary thing, then it's like, you know, you're just redoing the same things that failed prior.
They'll do both. They'll keep it both. I mean, they're already apparently. I mean, let's just say it as it probably is what it is, and that's why I don't think that people were understanding what I was saying on there. And it wasn't I'm saying it's bad because so many people are like it's not bad. It's going to be awesome. Like I know it will be. It's going to be amazing.
It's just
going
the
to be
hype's
awesome.
not there,
It's
right?
just I felt nothing, which is so sad for me with Nintendo.
The hype is different.
Nintendo, I want to cry. I want to cry when I'm watching it and text my brothers like, "Holy cow!" Instead, me and my brothers text each other like, "What the crap is this?" So that's what happened.
I mean,
Dude,
like,
so you didn't believe what I told you like 2 or 3 weeks before that?
Of course, I believed you.
But
I can't-
told
But he
you
didn't-
guys
he didn't wanna
exactly the
believe you.
same.
He didn't wanna
It's gonna be this, that.
Gabo had some insider information, but I still in my brain was like, "It's Nintendo. You're going to be wrong." So when I saw
I
it,
was witching.
I might go back to this bootleg and start playing my Sega again. Dude.
I mean, well, whatever it is what it is, and let's hope. You know, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be super awesome, and
of course it will.
it's
They'll
gonna
make great games, which is what
it's gonna
matters
break
in the end.
records and all
What
that.
matters in the end
and-
is great games. I get it.
Do you think with all the gaming consoles, they've kind of plateaued at this point? Like PS5s, are they just going to keep reshelling?
Well, that's kind of
No.
what we were saying.
actually, I mean, like that
And that-
kind of like segue into the next topic because, like, with Microsoft, they're potentially pretty much going to be giving up their exclusive titles for their consoles, like Gears of War and Halo, to be cross-platform, right? And so, if you give up that, then what's the point of having an Xbox console when it can be played on anything at that point?
because they're gonna be a service like Netflix.
No, I get that, but do you think that, like, you know, when you say plateau as a
That's sad.
Well, then they're just competing on consoles. They're competing on performance,
Yep.
price,
But did you
the
think
way
that?
it looks a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but
Or
do you-
loyalty.
Loyalty.
Loyalty is huge in
Marketing.
gaming.
Yes,
Which again was
loyalty.
why my whole argument with everyone, I feel like everyone was just being so loyal that no one wanted to look at what we were getting. Even though I understand.
Do
Yeah.
you think Microsoft had the foresight in mind by buying up all these
Bethesda.
Bethesda and just like other gaming developers to be able to create games, basically saying we're done with the console war? we are going to be the game sellers now.
Wasn't that kind of what Sega did?
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it in necessarily the same order, but Sega went away as a console developer and started being like, all of a sudden you're like Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. You know, like what are these games start popping in, you know?
Playing Sonic in a Nintendo
But I think honestly, Sega's making more of a comeback because they already saw that. They had the foresight of it.
What if, oh my gosh, best marketing move in history. I just thought of the greatest
just saw the
marketing move in history. All of a sudden, you turn on your YouTube right now and you get an ad, and it shows the old Sega does what Nintendo don't commercial, and all of a sudden it's Sega going, "This is what Nintendo's giving you." Sega's back.
We're back.
Boom, new Sega console, new innovative. Sonic's doing the typical dun, 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 to Mario, runs dust in his eyes, runs dust in the Switch 2's design, nothing new.
I would love to see that.
I mean, they're still around, Sega. Obviously, we
imagine
know
if they
we've
did
been
the
to
console.
their headquarters. Like, do they have those discussions internally? They must. They have to.
What a
They
comeback.
must discuss that.
That would be
stuff.
awesome, dude.
Sorry, that my
Well, now-
I
brain.
mean, they're still a big enough of a company. Like we've
Yeah.
seen some of their inner workings. We haven't seen Sega in Japan, but they, like their headquarters we saw here was a decent sized headquarters,
great, and they
there's
do
a
great
lot of people
arcades
there.
too.
Yeah, so
Great arcade machines.
Like, right,
Still
they're
have
still
so
making
many-
arcade. What's stopping them from just saying, you know what, let's hop back into this console stuff?
Maybe just not worth it. Maybe they're doing well enough with the games that it doesn't matter at this point. But
I feel like that's what kind of Microsoft's aim is right now. They're just going to be pretty much making AAA titles to pretty much outsell. It's kind of like the Rockstar method. Don't put out something unless it's perfected, other than Call of Duties and crap like that, because that's a mindless player base like me.
yeah,
So what are you saying that you think Microsoft making consoles is done? They're not going to be doing that anymore?
I honestly think that Microsoft will be done doing that, making consoles, and then they will go and pretty much just do a subscription base through PC. And if you want to play their titles,
Steam.
Steam, all their titles will be linked to these platforms you can play it on. Once it's on the Switch, you now introduce a new market of kids to Halo. Then you got Gears of War. And then I had other titles that were pretty much exclusive to the Xbox, but like think about that. Once you have that cross platform, look how successful Fortnite is. Fortnite has literally just reinvented the same game for the last almost decade, I feel like.
Just keeps upgrading it a little bit.
I mean, their sales through microtransactions just alone probably keep that game alive.
Yeah, I've looked up the numbers with my son
But I mean,
on how much they make.
you think about just like Microsoft in general, now that they're going to have these exclusive titles, why not just put it on PlayStation? Then you play their player base and you're just pretty much boom, 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 microtransactions across all consoles, max profits.
When did Microsoft announce that they're doing that? Like that you can play Halo on Switch and all
They're
that
not,
crap?
they're not. I think that's a
Not
rumor.
yet. Not yet. It's just a rumor.
It's definitely a rumor, but I'm saying like that could be revolutionary for Microsoft.
I was taking this all as fact.
No. I even said it. I said it was a rumor, but like,
He's coming.
I see it coming because it's like you could like have the foresight of like, all right, they're getting out the console game.
So the question for you,
Yeah.
you're a Gears of War guy.
Yeah.
How you gonna feel that Gears?
I'm gonna play PlayStation, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with Call of Duty. I don't really feel the difference, right? It's like, I mean, I'm playing on PC. You're playing on PlayStation. There is no player gap really.
So I got a question for you, Curtis.
Yeah.
So when you play on the PC, do you use a mouse? I mean,
No, I use
you do not?
controller.
Oh, you use a controller?
Yeah,
Really?
you could USB controller. I mean,
Lie. He
Okay.
just says that.
no, I literally am so dumb with like typing and a mouse. I can't even figure out how to do my left hand.
Is it more precision to play with a mouse?
Yes.
Like professional gamers?
Yes.
I would
Is
say
it?
that there is a positive and negative to
So
both sides.
is that a sign then that like PC games are going to come to Switch 2 because that mouse functionality?
I would say that like
Nah.
no, but I mean
Okay.
that's also a good idea. I mean, like they did kind of showcase like a running mouse.
Mouse type thing. What would be the I mean, it'd be fun, innovative Nintendo stuff, which would be good to give us as many new things as we can. But yeah, I don't think that Joy-Con would be used as like a precision mouse.
I don't know. I mean, like imagine like I guess like you just lay it flat, or it's actually like that because they said there's a new bigger kickstand, and then you use the mouse just pretty much on the table.
I have a question.
I think it's gonna be like a gimmick for some games.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
Who knows? The new Mario Power is gonna be like a mouse.
I mean, how many? How many
Which can be
games
cool.
did they create that were just pretty much drawing games back in the day? That like you guys.
Mario
Ooh,
Paint VHS.
Mario Paint.
Oh, I already said that. A Mario Paint 2 would be awesome. Don't get me wrong. That'd be great. I'm hoping that's one of the new things. But again, with Nintendo, I just want to be blown away. I want to see something that I never thought gaming would do, and they did it. And I don't even know what that is. It's not my job to do it. It's Nintendo's job to blow me away.
Windows 95 simulator.
I know, like, we have this group chat between all of us, and Ben always gets frustrated because he wants to download a game on a console, and then he has to pay a what?
Stupid subscription. Sony with the freaking, what did we try to play? Helldivers 2?
Helldivers.
Yeah, I bought the game, and then I spend like an hour downloading it. Oh, I'm going to play this.
Welcome to the new
And you can't
generation
play
gaming.
online. You can't play on their network.
I can't even play locally without buying the subscription.
I have another question about the Switch 2.
Let's hear it.
Does anybody here actually enjoy the Joy-Con as a controller?
No.
No.
I
It's
put it in
the-
a roller.
Dude, look at my hands.
Why'd they do it again? Don't they know that people don't? I mean, I get
They
it.
have to include a controller, and it's probably cheaper than
But
including
isn't
any
there
other
something
type.
better than a Joy-Con that you could attach?
I do like that they
Well,
went from the slide down to
third-party one.
the click in.
I like that.
That was good.
Why?
The third-party Joy-Cons,
rails,
the Hori,
they get all
and other
jacked
companies, they're really good because they're bigger.
Because
I
Joy-Cons
have
are
small thumbs. What are we talking
Oh,
about?
you're small. You're a small
it's not
soldier.
made for little girls.
Bro, ain't no way I'm getting my little
The
baby
Switch is
thumbs on
perfect
that
for
thing.
you.
I don't mind when the Joy-Cons are put onto the controller holder thing. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
I
yeah.
play them.
To the
But
dock?
by themselves trying to hold one
Yeah.
of the little
Oh,
things,
yeah.
Ridiculous.
absolutely
Yeah.
horrible. I
Ridiculous.
detest it. I refuse to play it.
Detest. I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, I'm more of a brawler guy anyway. Like, I don't know. Like, if I just have a controller, I'd rather have the Power A.
I just always feel like it's going to break the Joy-Cons. When I'm like playing aggressively, I'm like, these things are going to
He's an aggressive player
Yeah.
for sure.
I play aggressively, and I always feel like I'm tinkering around with little thingies. Again, Joy-Con tattoo. Stop saying I don't love Nintendo. I love. It's like I'm like a disappointed parent, like yelling at my son, like you're capable
still
of so
love
much
you.
more.
Yeah,
I
I
love
still
you so,
love
you. Can do
you.
so much
Dude.
better.
Are you gonna get a Switch 2 Joy-Con tattoo now?
Yeah, I'll just redo the same one.
But bigger.
A quarter bigger. And be like, look, guys, it's a brand new tattoo.
Now you got to label that one.
Right around it. Just,
Make it bigger.
Wow, I made it. You know what? That's a perfect example. If I made it just a little bigger, you guys will go, you got the same
Hey,
tattoo. I'd be like,
I can
there
do
you
that.
go.
I can do that with the Sharpie, bro.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys see PlayStation possibly taking the same route? They've clearly been trying to innovate their console and make it a pro, and they did the PS Portal. I can't ever say that word, but like,
I think PlayStation is the last PlayStation console is gonna be the 6, and after that, probably they're gonna try to do what Microsoft is doing. But who knows?
which is what?
Do you
Go
not think-
fully digital? Do you think that
Yeah,
it's done after a
do you
certain
think,
point?
do you
Being
think they're
an
going to
app-
give up their exclusive titles to play on other consoles?
Well, they're doing
Or
it with
at least,
PC.
platforms, not consoles.
They're doing it with PC.
Yeah, with Helldivers.
Hey,
Money
but,
talks.
but first, they have to put games out.
That's true.
That's true.
But I mean, like, on it, do you think that like the reason why the gaming industry feels so dead in the aspect of like for video games is maybe they're just trying to figure out something before they put out crap?
Wait, I don't think it's dead. I think they're in danger. It's a dangerous place, but I don't think it's dead.
I mean, I don't see any danger for Nintendo at all. Do you guys? Do you guys say nothing? So
I mean,
when you
no,
say like
Nintendo sells no
the
matter
gaming
what.
industry is
Yeah.
dead, are you referring mostly just to PlayStation and Xbox? No, I mean, I don't see anything. Nintendo
I think
the
what
platform
Curtis,
seems.
Curtis might be
More of
saying.
like is like every time a video game drops, I don't feel excited.
There you go,
about
and
anything
that's
like
the
that.
word. I think
Welcome
it's just.
to getting older, man. You're not a little kid anymore.
Well, I mean,
But no, but neither do my kids
I'm a grumpy old man.
because it's like Netflix, right? Our kids don't know the joy of flipping on a movie and being like, "Ooh, I got this one." No, there's so much there. There's so much available. It's like, you kind of loses its luster when there's so much availability.
I think it's only me and Ben, the ones that send the trailers like, oh, this new game is coming out.
I still do. I mean, I still get excited,
Mostly
but
to
then
the
it kind of fades because before it's over, the next thing happens, right? Before the next day, it's like the news nowadays. You see something crazy and you're like, oh, I can't believe that happened. And you forget the next day because another crazy thing happened. And then another crazy thing. And it could be the biggest thing in the world, but then another crazy thing happened. So that's like how I feel the gaming industry. There's just so much dropping, so much happening, so much choice. It's just like,
So are we just getting spoiled then, and then we're
think
just
so. It's like a
whining
spoiled kid.
babies
It's
about
like a
it?
spoiled kid.
wait a minute. You don't think
There's some wine in there
You
for
don't
sure.
think your mindset changed since you start reselling?
No.
about the video games?
No,
No.
it's better because I have money to buy them.
I just have no time for it.
That's the biggest problem I have is I don't have enough time to play all of them. I see all the games that are coming out and I have no time. But I would say like the Switch library, it's so good. How many games are there for the Switch? It's got to be like over 1,000.
Probably like 25.
Well, especially with
$3,000.
the eShop, it's kind of hard to.
I feel like the Switch library is going to be something that people are going to be playing and revisiting and
Yeah.
looking into it for the next 10 years.
Especially because it's cartridge.
It's gonna be wild.
It's cartridge, and there's going to be videos and games. Like I see games coming in for Switch that I'm like, what the heck is this? I've never seen this before. They look incredible games.
And you can fit like the entire library in like a suitcase because they're so small.
Do
I
you-
can't necessarily say the same for PS5
That's true.
and Xbox Series X.
Let's start the Switch hole in 10 years.
Dude, no. I've seen some Switch holes, and
So-
dude, it's filled up a lot of shelves.
So YouTube/Moby Games claims that there's around 10,000 to 12,000 games
For the Switch?
for the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, they
You guys have to think of
third
eShop.
party
Oh,
too.
all the
Okay,
yeah,
what
digital
about
only.
physical?
I don't know, bro.
That sounds like a
But
lot.
also, you got to think about limited run as stuff too.
Yeah, make it physical.
New game got announced today. AVGN. 8-bit
Oh,
version.
yeah.
I saw the email.
That's cool.
Now,
Yeah.
do you think to be innovative, do like I mean, I think Rip had it just in here. It says like where do they go now? Do they go VR? Do you go brain chips?
Yeah, and that's again. So this was a big thing I was saying is again, so many people were coming at me like, well, then what did you want? And that was my thing is I don't know. Is it AR? Is it VR? Do we want AR? Do we want more VR? Do we want microchips? I don't want microchips in my brain. Like I don't know
Kinda
what
do, actually,
Nintendo
a little bit.
I don't know what Nintendo can even do at this point, or their companies. Right, the graphics are kind of at a peak. But again, that's not. It's like when you watch a YouTube video, right? And you see one that's a crazy video. That's the YouTuber's job is to deliver something you didn't expect, right? So that's Nintendo's job. It's not my job to figure it out. It's their job to do something that makes the gaming industry go, holy cow,
Man,
never thought of that.
I have a feeling that Switch is going to sit in this. Nintendo is going to sit in this Switch platform for a while.
Like the PlayStation
I think you're
and
going
all
to
that.
see a Switch 3 and 4, or Switch 3, 4 with just minor upgrades, like an iPhone.
I mean, that's
I
what
think
you
it's
might
going
need.
to
Well,
sit there for a while.
I hope that they maybe they do a home console and they just keep the straight like a small little cartridge that way you can stay with physical backwards compatible, but like just beef up the performance and then go away with the iPad. Look,
At the end of the day, all that matters is good games. At
Right.
the end,
Which-
but the little
Switch-
kid in all of us still wants to be excited.
So, do you think come April? Well, when do we think it's actually coming out?
They say April's like some reveal thing, something.
Will it be available for purchase in April? Do we think?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be out on summer, like June, July.
You think we'll have it for SoCal?
Oh,
That would be great.
Reveal at SoCal?
Who knows?
That would be
I mean, I could just go inside and paint the one we have and say it's the Switch 2. No one will
Stretch
know
it
the
out
difference.
20%.
scratch all the serial numbers off. This is a prototype, I swear.
I mean,
Can
this
you
is a
imagine
prototype.
that? Can you imagine they say the same day like, "It's out now. Go and get it."
Well, I was going to say, like, do we think that we're just going to forgive Nintendo and be super hyped when it's actually
Yes,
available?
of
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Like everything.
course.
And we're going to be like,
talking-
Switch 2, I want it so bad.
I mean,
and I'm gonna be taking pictures and posting on Instagram, like, "Oh, I got it!
Got my
oh."
Switch
I
2.
love how he said that. Instagram.
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 Chris is thinking.
I was thinking because it's not much different than like when the OLED came out, is it?
That's what I
It's pretty much the same thing, but nobody was really that excited about the OLED.
It's
I mean, I bought an
outrage.
OLED
So did I.
I did.
when I didn't really need
think
to.
I did. Was the OLED that much better? Did
The
you
screen,
like
yeah.
Every,
The screen
It's
is way
a
better. The
same-
screen
every
way.
time a new thing
No more
comes out,
powerful, though.
Ben, I already like thinking he's got like 4 pre-orders for each one.
Get out of here.
By the way, I just have to ask: Do you have that the PlayStation 30th anniversary? You have one of those?
Maybe.
You don't want to disclose if you do.
No, I have the non-pro.
You do have the
Yeah.
gray-looking console. That one.
The 30th, yeah.
Have you looked at how much those things are going for recently?
Not the digital only one. I haven't looked, but I saw the pros are still going for 2,500.
Yeah, they're like $3,000.
The pros, yeah. Everybody wants that pro.
Encore.
Yeah.
Encore.
That's not the one you have, though.
No, I
Get
don't.
one
Mine,
there.
mine is a non-pro.
And how much does that one go for?
Not too much more over retail. So like I don't know, 7 maybe.
Oh, okay. So it's just the Pro 30th anniversary.
That's the
glad.
killer one. Everybody
Gotcha.
wants.
Sorry, I had to ask about that.
Yeah.
Just off
Did
camera,
you?
baby.
No, somebody wanted to sell one to the store, and they wanted like $2,500, and I was like, "What the heck?" Is
I mean, that's
selling for
what-
25.
That's what they're going for on eBay.
I
But
think that's cheap.
No.
I thought it was expensive. It's like, dang.
I mean, for the
2,500.
prices that they're selling it, the scalpers. So
Scarpers, the scalpers.
right.